letting you guys know I have a new podcast episode out right now. And if you have a question you want featured on the podcast, you can DM me on Twitter at NoBleepsPod. Hey guys, it's Billy and welcome back to the Spill Sesh Sunday special. There is a lot of tea. Let's get right on into it. We're talking about H3H3's Ethan is still going after James Charles. Gabby Hanna released her new song that was written for Trisha Paytas. And Griffin Johnson writes a diss track about Dixie D'Amelio and she snapped back, you guys. Let's get into it right now. So first, let's talk about this H3H3 drama with James Charles. We've talked about it a lot this past week and last week, but let's just kind of finally get this last bit of drama out of the air. So in my last video, I addressed the fact that James Charles has been in some heat for Sisters Apparel not having yet shipped out a Sisterland collection from May. So they did a pre-order back in May for the Sisterland hoodies, and people today in September still have not received their orders, and customer service has not been really responsive to them. And so a lot of sisters are really frustrated, and a Twitter account, Dep Noodles, tweeted about it, and Ethan, of course, was on high alert, James Charles high alert, and replied to the tweet by saying, unlike James, you actually get the hoodie you pay for from Teddy Fresh. I totally get that Ethan is frustrated with this entire situation and James ripping off Hila's design from their Teddy Fresh collection, their colored block hoodie, their staple, but I definitely think that Ethan is getting a little obsessive with replying to James on this subject. For someone who says they're not going to sue, he's definitely still upset, and I think like they're just gonna have beef forever at this point, honestly, because the way that Ethan has handled drama in the past, like with Trisha, they just like stay enemies but keep going for clout off of each other. I don't think James wants to interact in that type of way, but I think Ethan is still down to be like, I'm gonna call James out so that I can get clout. Even though he doesn't need clout, like Teddy Fresh is actually this massive big brand. They're multi-million-dollar brand, but I think this is just Ethan's personality. So he's staying, calling out James. But anyways, let's move on to Gabby Hanna, you guys. She came out with this song, which caused a little bit of drama. Well, a lot of bit of drama because Trisha was not having any of this. She came out with this song called Call Me Crazy, and she has said that this was a song that she wrote for Trisha Paytas to sing, but since Trisha Paytas did not want it, she decided to sing it, and it's like about Trisha Paytas's life. And when she went on Drama Alert, she kind of made it seem like it was a diss track, and so Keemstar titled the video that Gabby was coming out with a diss track about Trisha, and Trisha got really mad at Gabby and was like, don't put my name in your mouth, and all this stuff. She was just so upset, and a lot of people were kind of questioning the situation because Gabby has gone on a break from YouTube and then came back and was trying to get in the right mental health space, and her kind of poking at Trisha and making Trisha upset by saying that she's coming out with a song about Trisha's life and saying that she's insecure and all this stuff definitely wasn't the move, because Trisha will literally come at anyone who says anything negative about her, or somebody that Trisha doesn't like that's talking about her. Trisha will definitely respond. So for Gabby to come out with this song, it was definitely a controversial situation. Now, the song did come out and I listened to it, and actually, you guys, it's kind of a bop. Like, I'm kind of into it. I've honestly never paid attention to Gabby Hanna's music before, but I really liked the song. It sounded pretty good. I was really surprised. I had no expectations for it, but I kind of liked it. Like, the part where she's like, I'm such a mess, you don't even know the half of it, I must confess. Like, the way that she sings it is really good. But the lyrics, though, let me tell you about the lyrics. I definitely would be offended if I was Trisha that someone wrote this song about me, like saying your friends don't like when I'm around and saying I'm such a mess. Like, okay, I don't know. I would definitely be like offended if someone was calling me a mess and telling me I was crazy. Like, especially coming from someone that didn't like me or that I didn't like, I would definitely be taking offense to this. Even though Trisha calls herself crazy all the time, I just feel like coming from someone else, it's definitely more offensive, and I do see Trisha responding to this because this is something that I don't know. It seems very drama inducing, if you know what I mean. But great song. Like, I'm really impressed with Gabby. Good for her. And I've seen a lot of people really liking the song, so that's really awesome for her. But so far, I haven't seen Trisha really responding to this situation, but I'm sure that will change. Because Trisha's pretty unpredictable. But anyways, let's move on to the story of the day. We're talking about Griffin Johnson coming out with a diss track on Dixie D'Amelio. This song that he made, it was very clear it was a diss track on Dixie. It was called Convenient, and it included a lot of revealing lyrics like, I'm not here to say I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna ask, you're the one that didn't want me, but I ain't trying to win you back, she said I cheated, that's just messed up, but you believed it, ain't that convenient? I mean, it just kind of seemed like he was saying that Dixie took the whole cheating situation out of context. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, Griffin and Dixie were dating for a little bit of time, and then someone on TikTok revealed that Dixie was getting cheated on because Griffin was like messaging them on Instagram and Snapchat, and then they messaged Dixie, and then Dixie was like, yo, what is this? He cheated on me, and then it became public drama. Now, Lil Huddy also tried to make this claim that he was cheating on Dixie, but no one believed him at the time, and then suddenly everyone was like, oh my gosh, there's receipts, maybe Lil Huddy was right. And so Griffin got a lot of hate because he was, being called a cheater, and he did admit to messing up, and so this song kind of made it seem like he was saying he didn't cheat and that she just took everything out of context, and now he's just getting a bunch of hate for this situation. Now, just because it's been rumored that Griffin cheated on Dixie, Dixie hasn't avoided any hate, that's for sure, because she was seen with Noah Beck. Obviously, a lot of people felt like they were dating, they were together, he was in her music video, and a lot of people felt like that was really wrong of her and that was breaking some kind of code, especially because he is friends with Griffin, and that just like hurts. And so part of the song, one of the lyrics that Griffin has is, you say you love me, but you turn and went ghost. You said you're just friends, but you're wearing his clothes. So it's definitely some shade about the whole Noah Beck situation. And to make it that much more clear that he's talking about Dixie and Noah in this diss track, he includes lyrics that say, but you don't know what a heart is. You don't think I know but I know a little bit. And then he goes on to include lyrics that's basically like, I'm gonna glow up and you're still with like a loser, basically. But I really feel like they're just friends and it was just hype for her music video. But let me know what you guys think, because a lot of people think that was still really messed up. But Dixie was not going to let any of these lyrics get to her. She came right back at Griffin with this really shady TikTok. With the song playing in the background, I can't play it obviously, but she put all these messages of Griffin talking to other girls behind her, and it was just very clear that she definitely had a case that he cheated on her. I mean, this situation got very messy very quickly, and apparently he deleted the song off of Spotify. I still see it on his YouTube channel, but this situation got very, very messy, and a lot of other people, like the Hype House members, started to get involved. And so Bryce Hall came out and said, Griffin messed up. Dixie clapped back, move on. All the Hype House members getting involved for clout and acting like they care about this situation should stop. Fix your disgusting habits that you hide from the internet instead of hyping someone up that you just use for your thumbnails. Dang. Pretty much just saying like, this should be a private conversation between them and nobody else in the Hype House should be getting involved, because obviously Griffin is getting so much hate right now for just obviously cheating on Dixie. And he's come out with a bunch of tweets saying a person isn't defined by how they get kicked down, they're defined by how they get back up. If a person doesn't make mistakes, are they actually a person? No, they're lying. Later he says, I admit to effing up. I'm not perfect. God knows I'm not even close, but time for others to admit the same. Strong people stand up for themselves, but stronger people stand up for others. New leaf, new me. Can't change the past, but can learn to avoid deja vu. For a while there, I was definitely thinking that, Griffin was avoiding drama, kind of. He just wasn't really talking about the whole situation. He was getting a lot of hate. Then when he came out with the diss track, I was just like, oh boy, here we go. And now we're clearly in this situation, and things are just not getting any better for him. If anything, things are honestly a lot worse now, and the drama is completely heightened after his diss track. But I definitely want to know what you guys think about this entire situation, this entire diss track that came out about Dixie, what you guys think about how Griffin is handling the situation. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye, guys.